Yo, check the new weapon.
Dude, I'm recording.
Good news, we've gone back to 2014 and 4J just released an update teaser, except it's actually Mojang doing this in the year 2024. This is, of course, incredible, and it sounds like they're ready to reveal a new weapon, but the plot thickens when you see this sneaky tweet in which Mojang says, don't mind them, they're just trying the new item. So there is a new weapon, and it looks like it might be challenging to use, so challenging that it might kill you for doing so. Let's discuss what we know about it, what it probably is going to be, and then do a deeper dive on Mojang's recent rediscovery of social media to promote their updates, because they are killing it recently. And you know what else they're killing? Well, certainly not people subscribed to the IBX Toycat YouTube channel, hint hint, but yeah, there is a little moment of Bedrock supremacy we can have for a second, because a lot of people saw this and immediately thought, wow, is Mojang changing the death screen? But that is not what they're hinting here. This is just the new death screen on Bedrock, fun fact. What is also a fun fact though is that in this image you can clearly see some interesting things appear after the player dies, and so now I guess the question is whether there is going to be one new item or two. Obviously Mojang has two very different hints, but they dropped on the same day, and that day is a Tuesday of all the days, and so are they talking about one item, say a weapon, that can kill you through misuse, or is it that there are two very different but linked items together? This is a challenging question to get to the bottom of, because if you look at the original clip again, this time I've paused at 6 seconds in, and you can see that his thumb is perfectly, and no doubt deliberately, covering up whatever that new weapon is going to be, and so there's no real hint at what it is, except actually there sort of is. If we ignore that main Minecraft screen, which again feels very 4J-like, they're playing on a controller, it's lovely. They're hinting and letting you know that the Xbox Series X update is out today, so you can play in 4K on those consoles, very lovely. However, what they're also doing in this image is they're showing you that whatever the new weapon is going to be, it is usable or found in a trial chamber. Very, very interesting, and keep this in your mind as we talk about the second thing we know, because this is the death screen, and it looks like you can see nothing here, like some planks, an emerald, a bow, a gold bar, and then some form of stone-looking block, except that is not some form of stone-looking block that we have right now. As best I can tell, looking at the current batch of Minecraft items, this is, it looked like a chiseled stone to me, but this is what a chiseled stone and a lodestone look like. Neither of those blocks have just one weird square ring on them, and I don't know that any of the new 1.21 blocks do either. Something very interesting is happening. There is a new block, and you know what this immediately must be? Clearly, it's got to be the frying table. If you remember when that was accidentally teased in an update, this is a frying table, and if you use it wrong, it will fry you real bad. More seriously though, I think when you look at this image, you can see one other thing to the far top right, and it's to me what looks like a trident landing in the ground next to you. So the player fell from a high place, and they coincidentally happen to be next to a trident. That is very, very weird by itself. It could be a pure coincidence the drown just happened to attack them right after they fell from the high place, or except it would have to be before, because they died from the full damage, right? Something very bizarre is going on here, and it probably involves tridents or a new block. I doubt it's a frying table, but it would be very fun if it was. Instead though, I think there are three main possibilities. I'm usually very nervous to talk about suggestions in this sort of thing, but I think a lot of people do enjoy them. So for your benefits, here is the speculation zone, and we can talk about the three ideas that I immediately have about a weapon that could be coming to the game alongside some form of utility that might kill you. So here are the possible pairs that might be happening. First off, a new crossbow or crossbow attachment, like how you can shoot fireworks from them, but it would shoot a zipline or grapples. Movement is something that Mojang does need to work on, and if you look at the trial chambers, they're clearly inspired by the Legend of Zelda style stuff. That game has a grappling hook, and so having some equivalent extra utility to get you around your overworld could be the reason that you need to go to that place outside of all of the other benefits. Second idea is the fact that this could be an anchor or a hook, which could be used separately to traverse the world. Maybe you could use a zip line like in the previous idea, or maybe you could dig this in like ice hooks into a wall. I personally think that's a lot of fun. And the third idea I have is that because they fixed the Riptide Tridents in today's update, and then they show off a trident in this very image right here, maybe there is going to be a new trident variant. I've always felt like a copper trident would make a lot of sense, and if it's coming from the trial chambers, this would doubly be true, but also I think in the same way we have a wind charge, which is easy to learn, hard to master, and a lot of fun, if Mojang was going to make a new weapon, it would be very easy to make it one of these, and therefore if if there was just a trident that could launch you into the air. Maybe it's like Riptide, but for the air. That would be a lot of fun. Or maybe it's something you can launch at the ground and shoot yourself away from, but then you could put loyalty on it, and so then you could use it kind of like a reusable wind charge. I don't know for sure, but that is the genius of it all, right? They are hinting in a way that makes you want to guess, and this is incredibly smart. But also, I'd like to know, what does it make you think of initially? What do you think that Mojang is doing with their new weapon, and maybe also their new item? I'd love to hear if any of my theories resonate with you, or if you have your own in the comments down below. But first things first, I think we should talk about, when will we know the answer? I think them posting this on a Tuesday is clever, because as we all know, Wednesday is Snapshot Day. Mojang have been getting better and better at posting their teasers and hints at the same time or just before stuff is actually available to see. They're getting better at controlling the narrative on when they announce something versus when they release it, because if they leave too long between these two, then people are almost bored of the feature before they've even seen it. It's a weird psychology, but it's definitely something they're doing a better job with. Tomorrow, literally 24 hours from now, or less than 24 hours from now, we'll know for sure. These snapshots generally come out about 4 or 5 p.m. We might get a preview at the same time if it's something that's big enough. And if you're curious as to when you'll see it on this channel, if you want to see the latest thoughts and breakdown and analysis, as we always do, then that'll probably be about 9 or 10 p.m. is when we usually get through it all. It takes quite a few hours to go through and discover it all and edit it all together, but that is when you can expect to see the new weapon if it drops tomorrow. I'll let you know then. But speaking of things that I'll let you know, I want to just take a few minutes to appreciate Minecraft's new social media strategy. Honestly, the early days of Minecraft on social media were really, really great, because developers would just individually tweet out what they were working on. Outside of 4J, who kind of brought it in-house, but at least were doing sneaky hints, with Minecraft, if you just follow Dinnerbone or Grum or any individual developer, you'd see some small things that they were working on. This is something that kind of stopped over the years, and part of the reason why is because individual developers didn't like being the focus point for Minecraft. You know, it's not their job to be necessarily, but also because Minecraft wanted to take that power back in-house, so they'd make developers ask for approval before posting certain things, and it meant that in reality it's hard to do massive hints on Twitter for any major gameplay features, but Minecraft was taking this ability away from developers, or at least making it harder for them, without doing it themselves. They were just taking something away and not adding something back, and so this new thing they're doing where they're actually starting to hint, and not just hint like their weird, weird project that they are doing that no one really cares about because it's a tie-in to some movie, and they do all these promo videos because they have to, or because they're promoting something they make money from, but no one really cares about those, but people do care about updates, so by using, by actually using their social platform to promote this stuff, they're getting more interest in their game, which is good for Minecraft, but also good for people like us. I assume if you're this far in a video, you care about Minecraft updates and you're curious about the future and you want it to be a better game. People like us are interested in this, and what's even smarter about this is they are switching this between, the frying table came from YouTube, the short about the thing about the new weapon came from TikTok, and the obviously the other thing was a tweet, but also sometimes they drop things exclusively on Instagram. By spreading it across their social platforms, they're also encouraging you to subscribe across the whole place, and then when they do announcements for things like the Marketplace Pass, have you heard about that, by the way? It just dropped today for some regions of the world. I don't see it personally, but when they do these big new things, it means more people will see them and care. It's a win to have a following on social media, and I want to say to whoever's running the Minecraft social media account right now, really good job. I think a lot of people think that it's the easiest thing in the world to do social media, and I would say social media influencer is the world's easiest job to do, but to do it right, to do it well, to be successful and do numbers or whatever is the world's hardest job, precisely because you're in competition with literally tens of thousands of people who want to do the best or the easiest job, and so that is why I am impressed with the way that they're doing this new strategy, and so good job. I want to say that, but I also want to say that I am really appreciating it. I think their new strategy is actually pretty smart. So yeah, 2 thumbs up for that. I also love that it is these, I love that we're getting these hints about real Minecraft updates. Not just this weird slight promotional content that oh, it's really exciting, we did a thing with Universal, have you heard about that? Rather than everything being a weird promo and starting to feel like you just get advertised to when you follow Minecraft on social media, they actually have some fun with it now and have some announcements and have some unique information that doesn't just make it feel like you're following an ad channel, and so that is why I think it is good for the community, and I think more broadly, to just talk about it a little bit, I think Minecraft is also doing their update strategy quite well right now. 1.20.80 is, I mentioned it in today's video about 120.70, but that is the update that loads of people are going to be excited for because it's going to bring new dogs, and then after that update, there's going to be 1.21, and so, you know, having two updates back to back is great, but also, we know they often do an update after the main one. We might be talking about Minecraft, because I think one of the problems Minecraft has is that they go a year between major updates, and it means that a lot of people have this big dead period between them, and it's a problem that is only resolved by people who, like, check out the snapshots, and so features and snapshots sort of feel like they're already in the game. By just releasing some more updates, even if it's kind of minorly doing it with the minor versions here, I think it gives people more things to be excited for, as the huge speculation around the zipline, grapple, crossbow, anchor hook thing definitely confirms, in my opinion. Anyway, with that said, I hope that you've enjoyed my little rant at the end of this video. I hope that you found this one to be useful. I hope that I'm recording, actually. Oh no, is my microphone turned off? Oh no, okay, it's on, actually. Sorry about that. It's the worst feeling if you know, it's one of the things they don't tell you about working on social media is that you can record for hours at a time, and if your microphone's turned off, then it all means nothing. But today didn't mean nothing, because I spent it with you, Internet. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope that you have a wonderful one, because I'll see you tomorrow for the new weapon, probably, maybe. Have a good one. Oh, and also, remember, if you are concerned about social media, remember to subscribe so you'll see less other social media. Yep, that's a good outro. Bye.